Hey, how's it going, everybody? We have found Garjammal on defense. So, I've seen a lot of people talking about her and calling her a him, which is pretty funny because there are two prominent reasons here that I know this is a woman. And that's all we'll say about that. So, we have a barbarian class, Underwild hero. Very high attack stat when you look at the other two stats as well. So over 900 is pretty exceptional. 850 on defense and over or close to 1500 for the health, which is pretty good. I don't know. I would expect this to be more of the attack driven build, but I'm not quite sure yet. Passive ability here is the duration of the first 3 status ailments this hero receives from special skills is decreased by 1 turn. So I wonder how that functions for ailments that only last 1 turn, maybe, or if there are any 1-turn ailments. If you can think of any, let me know in the comments, because I'm pretty sure that those would just not happen if it was only a 1-turn ailment. So that's interesting. And it's the first 3 ailments received are reduced by 1 turn. Not one of the better ones. I think the best passive ability is probably it's a tie between the decreased damage and the increased attack on the first hit. The benefit for the defense is it's the first 3 hits from special skills are reduced. The damage is reduced by 20%. I don't think any of us know where in the chain that happens, because if it happens later, it could be like if the damage was going to be 1,000, it's 800 instead. So that's like the most impactful 20% could be, but the damage calculation is a little more complex. So anyways, this one's decent, but not one of the better ones. So she's dealing 430% damage to the target, and then the caster is regenerating 675 HP, or let's see, what would that be? 225 HP each turn over 3 turns. And the kicker is the effect duration is reset if the caster is hit with direct damage from special skills. So this will actually be interesting. People have been making comments wanting me to use a new team when I test stuff out. I'm not going to do it this time because I want to see how far that final line stretches. So do minions count? Because those minions are cast from a special skill, or is it because the damage that minions do is not special skill damage? Because I'm curious if Bira's poison damage is going to reset the heal or not, if only Gravemaker's hit is going to. So maybe I'll try it with that team to test that out, and then we can attempt it with another team to see what we see. So we also have Freya, Odin, Elizabeth. So 2 Underwild heroes means that there is a 24% chance to spawn an Underwild gem on the board when the hero casts their special skill. But yeah, let's check it out. Let me know what you think about this hero too. I can't quite make up my mind. I kind of wish there was just one other thing going on. Like either she was a very fast hero with less damage, or I don't know. There's just something. Maybe I'm just not a huge fan of snipers that only do something to themselves or to one enemy. I feel the same way about Phileas Fogg as well. Obviously, if he did elemental defense down to 3, then he would be freaking amazing because he does it at a very high level. But doing it only to 1, it does mean the follow-up is a guaranteed kill, but just interacting with one enemy at a time is not the strategy that I prefer. So anyways, let's check this out. Off to a very good start. Because I don't think she'll have quite the same survivability impact that someone like Tyr does, for example. She 225 per turn, I think, is the highest heal over turn in the game. I think that is equivalent to what Raphael is healing. Oh, whoops! I should have played that a little more carefully. So that's obviously very significant, but I don't know. I'm just not super. I don't find it super compelling. So let's weaken Odin and try to get something else going on here. Finley is getting ready to go off, as is Garjammal. So she's going to hit very hard with this defense down. 1200. Okay, that hurt. So we're going to have to do this with minions. Oh. Yeah, I think we might have lost this one, actually. This team does not lose very often. I guess I didn't have the best start. Yeah, we're definitely losing. Oof. At least we can get some defense up and some minions so she doesn't totally die. She might survive this. Barely. Alright, so we saw it with defense down, which is a little misleading. We didn't get to reset the ailment, so I'm going to play again with the same team. What'd they do for... I was curious about that. Elizabeth build, it seems like 865 on defense is the highest defense we can expect to see from her. Alright, better start here. Okay, it's sort of ideal that she didn't die. So we didn't lose our mana. Alright, we'll try to get control of these heroes here, and then we'll look a little bit more in depth at Garjammal, who is very slowly getting herself ready. I think she is a good wing, though, where she's just going to keep healing and sort of be out of the way. I think that is the right place for her. See if... Oh. How lucky. I was hoping to get Black Knight before Finley, but now I don't want to use Black Knight because I want to see Garjammal's power. And we'll save Bira until after that heal starts. So that's going to hurt. That's going to kill Garnet. And this is for sure going to kill someone. So 873, not too incredible for defense, if I'm being honest. That's a little disappointing. Alright, so let's see if the minion effects from Bira reset her heal. So she's taking the poison damage. It's at 2 turns. I don't think it's going to add to it. Correct. So the poison damage does not. So it has to be... Does it say damage? With direct damage from a special skill. So yeah, none of the funkier stuff is going to do it. So for instance, if we use Gravemaker, and this heal is going to be boosted by mana troops as well. So she's taking 1, the duration is 1 less on the ailment, and then her heal has been reset. I'm just curious what that's. So 270. So I don't think there's anything else to show with her. I wanted to, as always, show what her damage is like. On defense with max emblems like that. So 818 that time. Nothing too crazy. That's where like she has really high stats. Like 1140 attack is pretty crazy. 430 damage is quite low. Like that's lower than Kingston, and he's an older hero. So it seems like what they're doing is they're trying to keep snipe damage consistent but give you boosted tile damage. Because if you keep raising the percentage of the snipe, then you keep doing a harder and harder hit. If you want to keep the hit the same but still give an added benefit, then you lower the snipe percentage and you boost the tile damage. Because now, it doesn't factor in on defense, but if you're using her on offense, now your tiles are dealing more damage. So even though her snipe is consistent with other snipers, there still is an added benefit, and it maybe keeps her from being too strong, but I don't find it to be that impressive. And I think I'm just biased against single target heroes in a sense because they are quite limited. So yeah, 225. So what do I think of her? I think she has cool design. I think the special skill animation is pretty cool. She has a purpose. I don't know what team I would put her in because I really like heroes that work either in pairs or in triplets. What's the 3 version of pair? I don't know. So I like heroes like that, like Freya and Bira, for example, Black Knight and Garnet. Those are both really good pairs. I'm not sure what pair she would be. She could potentially work well with Phileas Fogg for a guaranteed kill because he's got the survivability of his passive reducing special skill damage and being a fighter class. She's got the survivability of healing after she fires and that heal being reset if she's hit with special skill damage. So if she's the last one left, she's not going to be like super survivable. So I can't quite figure out where I see that totally shining. So let me know your thoughts on this stuff. This is a new hero and a new concept, so I'm trying to wrap my head around it still. So I can't tell if I distinctly just don't think it's the right approach or it's different than what I typically am used to. But she doesn't seem to be too powerful. She's just kind of new and interesting, but not one of those like top heroes by any means. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. We'll put her out of her misery here and wrap the video there. So I was a little disappointed to see that as season 4 returned, they were only adding 1 new hero and featuring 2 that were already featured the first time. I think, right? It was Moreau, Fogg, and can't remember who the third feature was. I think it might not have been Leidenbrock, but sort of disappointing that they're starting with the triple feature right off the bat and then recycling heroes in that, because then the chances of you getting a duplicate are higher. And I feel like they kind of want that because then you keep pulling potentially because you don't get what you want. The sooner you get what you want in this game, the less money they're going to get from you, right? So, yeah, I don't know. I didn't really like that approach. But anyways, I can't figure out what her pairing is. So let me know your thoughts on all these things in the comments down below. And I'll check through there and respond to those as I see them. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe and hit the bell icon. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.